Good morning, YouTube. Tesla Tim here, and today we're actually going to Richmond, Virginia on Thanksgiving Day. My daughter has a field hockey tournament out there, so we're skipping Thanksgiving. We might have dinner at like Bob Evans, and we're taking Megatron all the way to Richmond. So we're gonna chronicle our Supercharger stops and all the fun we have along the way. So let's get going. Kind of loading up Megatron with our luggage and all that good stuff. Tons of storage space as always. My daughter bringing her equipment. As always, you gotta have travel food. Let's go ahead and throw that in here. Or something in there. We definitely got to get the car washed. Back in the house we go to get the more stuff. Our little doggies gonna stay home. That's Rico. And that's Polly. There's Fifi by the heater. And there's Dobby, the house elf. Here's possibly the coolest backpack I've ever had in my life. This is a Oakley kitchen sink. And it's just awesome, very rugged. Tons of storage space. Throw my laptop in there. The top here you got sunglasses and a bunch of other junk you can throw in there. So, huge Oakley fan. Love this backpack. Actually, if you watch our video, our unveiling video, I kind of wore this around the whole unveiling. But it was kind of a mistake because I really didn't need only the two cameras that we had to film the whole night. Alright, so we're getting ready to go. First thing we do, usually when we back up, the car will attempt to shut the garage door. It doesn't always shut all the time. It's not 100%, so I generally sit here and just hit the button. And there it goes. Okay, so click on the calendar. Here it is. Click on that. Bam. It's gonna automatically map you where you gotta go. Let's go ahead and navigate to this bad boy. Looking like it might be around a 12-hour ride, so we're leaving here about 8:30. So we'll probably get there about 8:30 tonight. Should be a nice ride, tons of superchargers along the way. So it finished itself. It's all its mapping capabilities here. And there's a new supercharger I've never heard of before in Erwin, New York, as we go down toward the PA border. So that's very interesting. So through Pennsylvania, into Maryland, past Washington, down to Richmond. So it looks like it's gonna be 10 hours and 44 minutes, which is pretty sweet. And it is a holiday, so I don't think anybody will be on the roads today. You guys excited? Are you excited?
Yeah.
All right. So here we go.
Look at that.
Too bad, baby. It's feeling up. It's an Erwin, New York Supercharger. I've never been here before. Let's go ahead and plug in. So this is Erwin, New York Supercharger station. And I thought this was relatively new, and it looks pretty new, but if you look, there's like the actual numbers are scratched off, so they've probably been here for a while. So they only have 1, 2, 3, 4, it's like they have 5 here. And when we first rolled in, my wife saw these. It said, "Coming soon." And she was freaking because she was thinking that we wouldn't have enough, like there was no charging. But they got 5 more they're actually unveiling here soon. Looks like they're gonna have to kind of pave this whole parking lot to allow that to happen. You can kind of see it's under construction. There's no way to get over here unless you drive through the gravel and stuff. So Erwin, New York Supercharger has 5 back-end bays, and soon it'll have 10, 9 back ends and 1 pull-in bay. So it's pretty cool. It's actually by a Dunkin' Donuts, and there's like Denny's across the way. That's about it. Maybe there's a 7-Eleven there. So Erwin, New York Supercharger. And there's Megatron charging. Nobody's parked in the charging spots either, so. All right, guys, so we're finishing our charging here at Erwin, New York, and I generally do a little something with the wife. We're gonna call it Tesla Talk with Katrina, and there she is right there. That's pretty funny. But so I had a question for her. We just got back from LA. We did the Tesla semi-truck unveil, and I wanted to know a woman's opinion of what she thought about the event. So what do you think about the event, Mrs. Katrina?
It was good.
And there you have it, guys. That's the end of the conversation.
No, it was fun. I felt it was very nice setup. I liked how when you first walked in, it was very classy. Like open bar. Even though it was a little cold, the heating lamps were well spread out to make it nice and warm in there. The food thing, he needs to have a better setup for food to come out in different sections of the area where people were standing. I mean, people at one end couldn't get the food because as soon as the food came out, people were like swarming around it. And I don't really like the setup where he comes out and talks, because you're standing and you could barely see him. Barely could see the TV where you could see him. But other than that, the whole experience was amazing. I enjoyed it. The after party was cool.
Yeah, I think it was funny because as if in some of our videos, if you look behind the scenes, kind of look for Katrina, she's actually running around chasing the food people with the trays. We actually went there. We didn't have dinner before we went, so she was a little hungry. So she was actually the people would walk by with the food trays, and she'd be running around chasing them, which it was super funny. But
well, we were rushing because we had business.
Yeah, we had business
and the truck.
The other thing too is, like, if you didn't know where the entrance was to the actual event where Elon was talking, which we kind of did know, but we were kind of busy like trying to meet other YouTube personalities and eating and drinking. If you didn't stand where that opened up, you didn't get front row seating or front row standing room only when you went in there. You couldn't see it. The way it was designed, it was like almost a bunch of stairs that went down.
If the stairs were taller,
yeah,
then it would have
if it was more of a
the heads out more, so you
right. So like
over.
No matter what, if you noticed on my video, I had to have my hand up super high, and to get that film, and obviously it was portrait instead of landscape because of it locked me in. But that was the only thing not everybody could see the event. It was almost like you're almost watching. You could have stayed home and watched the event on the live stream. So
I mean, it was fun though. The after party was amazing. Yeah,
the after party, I mean, being able to see the Roadster, see the semi truck. We tried sneaking in to get in the semi truck area, and they checked our badges and they're like, nope, sorry about that. So but a couple of our other people did get in there. I think Brooks from Drag Times, he was able to get in there, but he reserved the Roadster, so I'm thinking if you reserve the Roadster, they're gonna let you get in there as well. So, and a couple other people got in behind the scenes. I think K-Man Auto was able to get in there and got like a pretty cool behind the scenes video of the drivetrains and all that. So, but anyways, so this was the conversation with Katrina. She liked the event. It was really fun. I think the next event, I'm gonna take her with me if we get to go again. I think the next event's gonna be like the actual like handing over of the maybe of the semis, but of the Roadsters. So that'll be kind of neat. So if we get invited to that, I'm going to take my son with me, because he's actually involved in my company in software development, and he's interested in this stuff too. I think he'll love that. But she'll still come along too, but she'll just be at the hotel while we're at the event.
Hopefully we'll have a roadster.
Oh, I know we're going to have a roadster. It's going to happen. So
that car is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, it is. It's amazing. All right, peace. We're almost done supercharging here at Erwin, and we're on our way to the next supercharger, on our way to Richmond, Virginia, for a field hockey tournament for my daughter. So we'll see you. So this is something you might encounter when you're driving your Tesla S or X, is you have enough battery to get where you gotta go. I got 169 miles of battery. Our destination's at 129 miles. But the car is telling you that you gotta stay below 65 miles an hour to reach your destination. And the reason that's happening is because we actually are in the back roads of Pennsylvania, and it's very hilly, very mountainous. So as you climb, and you're using more battery to climb, which this is kind of calculating that now. So I'm actually still at 75. I'm going to kind of push it a little bit. And what I usually do is I kind of watch like my percentage here. It's at 6%. That gets down to close to 3%. I will actually obey. I will obey the 65 mile an hour rule. So and now just change over to 60. Stay below 60 to get to your destination. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you posted and see if we make it there. Alright guys, so it looks like our scare of get to drive below a certain mile an hour is over. And we actually went through a bunch of valleys and gained some battery back. And I was kind of watching. If you guys are curious, like if you ever get that mileage indicator saying you have to drive below a certain mile an hour to get to your destination, keep in mind that when you're doing a climb, like you're climbing a significant mountain, like right here, like a hill, for a little while of time, like let's say 10-15 minutes, your projected range is right here. It'll go down significantly. And if that projected range dips below your destination, or dips below the mileage that you have here, then that's when it's going to tell you to slow down to reach your destination. Now, keep in mind you're not always climbing. So once you come out of that climb and you go into a hill for a little while, that's why that clears. That's why that 65 mile an hour or 60 mile an hour clears, and that's why you don't see it here anymore. Because we actually went down a bunch of hills and gained mileage back. So my projected range right now is 176. That's how many miles it says that I projected we'll have, even though my battery's at 147 and we only have 95 to go. So we're good to go. We don't have that indication or indicator anymore. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys in the future. I don't get too alarmed when I get that drive below a certain mile an hour. Because of the fact that we probably are climbing up a hill, or you know what I'm saying. And I always keep an eye on this here too. Oops, I can't look at the percentage. Like your percentage that you're gonna have battery wise when you get to the end of your trip. I keep an eye on that. If it's like down below 3%, then I'll slow down a little bit. But all right, so back
another good reason to use Autopilot is you can give your wife a neck massage. She needs the base for neck massage here. So I'm giving her a nice little massage. Oh, wait, right there, oh, right there, gotcha. And this is beautiful. Watching the scenery go by. I am paying attention, however. But yeah, Autopilot is a great tool. What do you think, babe? Yeah, she likes it. All right, we'll see you when we get to the next Supercharger. All right, so I'm not sure if anybody has ever wondered, but in a Model X, it has a humongous windshield. Like, it literally goes for days and days and days, and it goes up and it still goes. But like, what happens when you got the sun beating down on you? So like from the edge of the windshield, if it focuses, to about right here, which is right below the camera or the mirror, it's actually it's not tinted. And from here back, you got some tinting. It's not like really dark tinting, but it's enough to make the sun not annoying, but it still blinds you. So check this out. To your left hand side, there is an actual visor. So all you do is grab it from here. It's magnetized. Bring it over, and watch it magnetizes here. Boom. And here you have your visor, and it actually flips down a little bit further. So now the sun is blocked. You still have windshield up here and below, but this area here now you can kind of duck behind and, you know, hide the sun behind there. So kind of cool. All right, see you at the next Supercharger. All right, guys, this is the Harrisburg, PA supercharging station. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 back ends, 2 pull-in stations. Megatron's here on Thanksgiving Day, charging. And it looks like there's another Tesla Model S there charging as well. And this so happens that Starbucks in Harrisburg, PA on Thanksgiving is open. So we're gonna go actually get some Starbucks. So around here, so you have Starbucks around the corner. There's also a Wise, which is like a grocery store. You have Sheets right there. You can see there's a hotel here. I think it's Holiday Inn Express. McDonald's is over there if you can kind of see. Cracker Barrel or something like that too. So tons to do here, tons to eat and tons to do. There's Wendy's over there too. So Harrisburg, PA supercharging station, Starbucks. All right, so another good reason Autopilot is amazing is obvious reason. Yep, all day long. All right, we'll see you. We can't have Thanksgiving dinner with our family. We are actually eating at Denny's Thanksgiving dinner. So there's my daughter getting out of Megatron. So we're going to Denny's to eat some turkey dinner, and then we're back to the next Supercharger.
Well, this is true.
Our Denny's Thanksgiving. Thank goodness something's open today, right? Happy Thanksgiving. All right, guys, this is the Woodbridge, Virginia supercharging station. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 terminals. And Tesla actually added 2 more at the end. You can see the new ones because they have the little red lights that say Tesla on them. So Tesla is actually expanding as we speak. So it had 8 before, now it has 10, which is pretty awesome. Alexis, I'll turn the light off in there, babe.
Oh yeah.
So this is Woodbridge, Virginia supercharging station. And our final destination is Richmond, Virginia. So we're about 70 miles away. On Thanksgiving Day, we're gonna go shopping. There's actually an AMC here. There's a mall and Bahama Breeze, a bunch of stuff here. So have fun. All right, guys, this is a supercharger at Glen Allen, Virginia. It looks like there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 8 back-end stalls, the old style, and possibly they could be adding more. There's construction here. It seems like every supercharger we've stopped at, they're adding more stations, which is pretty awesome. There's a Chili's here. It looks like a bunch of stuff, like a strip mall, Bed Bath & Beyond. If you want to do taekwondo, it's right there. Men's Warehouse. So this is Glen Allen, Virginia, and it is Thanksgiving Day. We're almost to Richmond. I'm gonna go see if that Chili's is open, but it probably isn't. All right, so in the morning here, we're actually going to my daughter's field hockey tournament, and we're at the River City Sports Complex. And the name of this thing here is called the Shooting Star. It's actually pretty cold this morning, about 28 degrees. So I think they're crazy. But here in Richmond, it's supposed to get up to about 45 today, which is warmer than where we live in Buffalo, but pretty crazy. Alright, our daughter is number 9 right there. And that's why we came here, to watch her play.
Did you get it?
I got photos too. Alright, so we just got done with her field hockey games for today. And we're gonna go get some lunch at Applebee's. There's my daughter and her team. They're ready to play the next game. Alright guys, so we're going to try to fly our drone out here. The girls are upstairs sleeping after a long day of field hockey. I'm in Megatron's back end. And we're going to try to fly the drone kind of over that direction there. See what's over there. It's for fun. Alright, so enjoy. Alright guys, Tesla Tim here, and so we're nearing our last day in Virginia. And we're going to be going to Supercharge, and not because we have to right now. We could actually probably go the rest of the day tomorrow not Supercharge, but it's kind of something that you do when you have a Tesla. I do it. We're going to go get some dinner, and we're going to let this thing Supercharge right up. So tomorrow, after my daughter's last game, we'll have like almost full battery. We can just leave from there and not have to worry about supercharging until the next Supercharger. So let me show you a little bit about what's going on here with Megatron. I'll show you the battery level, and then we'll be off to the Supercharger. So you can see there we have 71% or 71 miles of battery left, and it's 65 degrees here, so which is pretty warm for us. Usually in Buffalo, like what, 30 degrees right now. So we're gonna head off on to we were there already, but to Glen Allen, Virginia, to Supercharge and fill us right up. And I think there is a Chili's there, so we're gonna eat dinner at Chili's and let the Supercharger just fill us right up. We'll see you when we get there. So we're at Glen Allen, Virginia charging station. Megatron's charging, and it looks like they might be adding more charging stations here. There's a big construction thing going on. That's been a theme song here, as a theme song or a theme. As I've been going and charging along the way up to Virginia, there's been a lot of either extra chargers added or construction going on to add more. So that's actually good news. All right, off to Chili's we go to eat. So confirmed, that's the Supercharger, like the transformers and stuff, and they have a trench dug up going all the way through here to the other side. So it looks like they're gonna put in probably another 8 superchargers here in Glen Allen, Virginia. Man, is Elon really gearing up for those Model 3s. Unbelievable. All right, off to eat we go. All right, so this is the new Tesla service center in Glen Allen, Virginia. And they are closed. We are driving up here. I guess they closed at 6. But I was hoping that we could actually see if they had a 3 available to look at, but doesn't look like they do. I'm gonna kind of go look in there and see in a second here. So this is Glen Allen, Virginia, not the supercharging station, but this is the actual service center, sales center. I wish Buffalo would get one of these. Very pretty. There's Megatron sitting there.
Got it.
Guys, so we're done with the field hockey tournament stuff, and we're on our way back to Buffalo. So I'll throw the camera around so you guys can see where we're at charge-wise. So we are at 190 miles of charge. And this is kind of our map. Let's take a look at here and show you guys where we're going to. So we're in Richmond. We're going to kind of go through Washington, up into Pennsylvania, supercharge, and then up into, that's called... it's that new one. It's actually the same one. We're kind of almost the same exact way going back as we came this way. That's gonna be Erwin. That's Harrisburg, and that's Glen Allen. It still wants us to stop by Glen Allen for some reason, so to charge for a little bit. So, and then back to Buffalo we go. And then in 2 weeks we're gonna be going all the way to. I think we're gonna take Phoenix because the wife doesn't want to drive Megatron that far. We're gonna drive all the way down to this side. We're gonna go to Fort Myers, Florida, so that'll be fun. All right, so let's get on the road.
Glen Allen supercharger station, and it is full up. The first time I've ever seen anywhere besides California being full of Teslas. Crazy. And that's why this is gonna help out in the future. We got one waiting over there, so.
Autopilot in its finest hour. We're on the I-95 north, trying to get back to Buffalo, so we're going that direction, and we are in tons of traffic. This isn't definitely not LA traffic, but it's definitely holiday traffic. Everybody trying to get back home to their families, so Autopilot, you gotta love it.
Guys, this is the Woodbridge, Virginia supercharger station, and you can see they have two new chargers that were just installed here, and then the other, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 10 here now. So 2 new ones installed, and then the old 8 ones. And there's Megatron. So like I was saying before, it looks like Tesla is adding more and more superchargers to probably combat the problem of having the Model 3 being released. So once the Model 3 is in the wild, I mean, it's officially in the wild, but once it's finally available, there'll be tons of people charging here. So Woodbridge, Virginia. And this is Megatron. All right, guys, so we're at Harrisburg, PA. We're supercharging. There it is back there. And we're actually going to walk to eat. So when you supercharge, a couple things you do. First thing you might do is eat, if there's any place to eat. Also, you might go shopping, or you might sleep. So we're going to eat. Here's Megatron. Lights in us. It's got 6 back end and 2 pull-ins. There's the wife. She's actually driving this time. I'm going to show you the charge port on the car. The faster that port flashes, the more it's charging. So it's kind of not flashing super fast. So that's a newer charge station. Anytime it has the Tesla that has the red light there, it's a newer one. Alright, we're off on our way to Buffalo. I think it's our last charge stop. Maybe one more, we'll see. Alright guys, made it to our last station in Erwin, New York, and 17 miles of battery left, you can see there. This is saying here it recommends that we charge, or there will be significantly less energy available from your battery if it gets colder. Recommend charging now, which is kind of crazy. So you can kind of see here that we're at 17 miles. And we are approximately, see how far away we are from home. 100 miles from home, so I'm gonna probably just, you know, get us about 150 miles of charge. It happens really quick, so I'm gonna go ahead and plug us in. We kind of rolled in with about 17 miles of battery, and we are charging now. Probably about 15 to 20 minutes of charge will get us enough battery to get home. We're about 110, 15 miles away from home. So Erwin, New York Supercharger. It's got 5 newer Supercharger stations or units, and then 5 more on the back side. I showed you guys when we kind of came down here. Our first charging station was this, and it's got coming soon over there, 5 more. So there'll be a total of 10 units here, which is nice. Erwin, New York. And now we're going to Dunkin' Donuts real quick to go to the bathroom. See you later. Alright guys, this is Tesla Tim, and we're here at Erwin, New York Supercharger station. You can see the supercharger right over here behind me. And we got about another 15-20 minutes to charge, so this is one of the things you're going to do when you have your Tesla down the road if you're charging and it's late. Bring some blankets, let the climate control run, and have a little nap. So we're taking a nap right now, and then we're going to head on. Oh, there's the wife there, she popped out. We're gonna head on our way to Buffalo and finally get home and take a real nap. So see you when we get to the house. Peace. Alright guys, we're back from Richmond, Virginia finally, and you can see Megatron way over there. I'm gonna have to bring him in to charge. I had to move Phoenix over. So we are home, and if you guys like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you guys like our channel, you know, subscribe to our channel. And that's about it. We will see you in the next one. Have a good night. We'll see you. Alright, the first thing I do when I bring my car into the garage is I turn my mirrors in because it's kind of a tight fit. So here we go. And I use my sensors too. If you look down here, you can see the sensors as we come in. And I use my camera too. I know how far in I can come. Perfecto. See the little sensors there? Kind of sense what's going on. Alright, let's go plug her in.